in person insult me, I'll just be like, cool, man, tell me what you got to say, but can I film it to put it up on YouTube? Of course they're not going to say they will. Because sometimes, somewhere, that part of them that's connected to God, that is God, that can see the light, knows that what they're saying is bullshit. Because if they're really proud of what they were saying, they'd get that motherfucking shit right up on YouTube. And cuss too. There's nothing wrong with cussing. Cussing doesn't mean it's what's in your heart that matters. So, anyways, it's all, what I'm saying is it's all tied together. It's all tied to disclosure. It's all tied. Everything. If you express freedom and you express trust and you take responsibility for your own actions and you trust that the aliens are good and that the government's good, and the government people who are involved in the secrecy, or they're only doing it. And as far as the timeline of the disclosure, I'm going to say it's not going to, 2012 is not going to be the date of disclosure. People are like, oh, the government's going to come clean soon, or Barack Obama is going to say it this week. It's like, what? People aren't ready for that. If Barack Obama said the aliens were here now, he would say, what would happen? Most of the people, probably most of the people, or a lot of the people, wouldn't even believe it. They tell him he's lying. They'd be like, that motherfucking, black man. I told you a black man shouldn't have been president. He's lying. And then that would be that. And then I guess we'd all talk about it and stuff. But then, they should come clean, but people would not believe it. And then the people who do believe it would be like, take out the guns. It's wartime. Let's go fight. Let's shoot up in the sky. Because we lost more planes in Korean War in American soil trying to shoot down aliens than we did against the Chinese when we're fighting for the Koreans. Whenever the ships go and fly over, bases or battleships, they just shoot at them. And that's what normal people would do. They'd shoot at them. They'd whip out the shotgun and blow them away, blow them away, motherfucker, blow them away. Because they're bad. Ronald Reagan said it himself. Russians and Americans need to band together to fight the aliens off. And especially once you look at the aliens and you meet them and you see they're humans just like us, we're going to be like, oh shit. The only thing separating us from them is that they have better technology. So if we had their technology, they're obviously going to try to invade us because they're bad. So we should blow them away. So, but that's not the idea. The aliens who come here, they've got their shit figured out. They've got their society figured out. Listen to them, Take their advice and just be cool, Take their technology and just continue living your life, They're not going to want to live here. They don't have, their bodies aren't designed for this planet. So, anyways, so yeah, 2012 is not going to be, 2012 is going to be, December 21st, 2012 is going to be when more people are going to think that aliens are here than the people who don't think that aliens are here in the more enlightened cities of America and Europe. That's when that's going to happen. And then that's going to be like the beginning of the growth of knowledge. And then that's when people are going to start talking about it all the time. And then it's just going to grow from there. And then everybody in America will believe. And then all of these third world countries, because they're all followers, they're just going to believe because we all believe. And then and then once everybody believes, that's when the aliens are going to come down. So, but it's not going to be in 2012, dude. It's going to be in like 10 more years, 20 more years. Actually, Bashar gave the timeline, and I like the timeline that Bashar said. Something like, we'll be like full-fledged intergalactic society in like 30 years. So that's cool. That's good for me. I can deal with talking. It's fun to be. People like to get stressed out, like, oh, goddamn government. Don't get stressed about goddamn government. Look, the aliens are coming. It's cool. Just play it cool. Don't get angry. Don't get frustrated. Just, you know what? Be happy you're one of the first people to talk about it. You can pat yourself on the back. You can think that, in the future you can brag to all the little kids that you were one of the first people to talk about it. That was me. I was up there. Oh, really? Oh, you're cool. Yeah. So do that. and then don't get stressed about anything. You know, don't be like, oh, it'll never. People like to do this whole thing. Oh, it'll never happen. The government will never admit. Marijuana will never be legal. Marijuana will never be legal. It's legal in California. You know, people were saying the Berlin Wall was never going to come down 3 weeks before it came down. The government will come clean, but not until people believe. People don't fucking give a fuck now, man. So why should the government come clean, you know? And when the government does come clean, nobody's going to really get in trouble anyways, because the people who are really in control and who decided to make that all secrecy are going to be dead and gone by then. And it'll be a second generation of black ops people who are going to be like, yeah, we were just playing by the rules, but it looks like everybody believes now, so it's like, I guess we don't have to play by those rules or whatever anymore. So yeah, there you go. Aliens are here. Here's the technology. Let's do it. So that's what it's all about. But it's beautiful how it starts with each and every person. But if it has to start with each and every person, you got to give each and every person the right to do what each and every person wants to do with each and every person's body. You got to let somebody give an abortion to themselves if you want. You got to let somebody go out and, you know, smoke crack if they want. Grow their own marijuana plant. Go buy an asthma inhaler if they want. You know, you got to allow people to do stuff. You got to allow people to say whatever they want on the internet, on YouTube. You know. And you know, another thing, people can't be like blocking at people. People like to block people. People like to become fucking anonymous. Number one is fucked up, where you don't know who the fuck they are. You don't know what their name is. You know what they look like. But that's fine. I mean, I'm not gonna. Plenty of cool people like that. But what's fucked up is people upload, and then people upload videos, and then they block comments. Why would you block a comment? You don't have time to freaking comment on the comment? It doesn't take any time at all. Just wait like a month then. Don't respond to any of the comments for a month, and then log in one day and look at, you know, this video you have has 50 comments. Just go to the video and type away, and after 5 minutes you will have responded. And it's fun to do that if you can type, and if you can't type, learn how to type, and then just respond to them, and it's fun. It continues the argument. I mean, the whole idea of not blocking comments. You are a manifestation of the black ops people making decisions for you. Or the government making decisions for you. The government telling you, oh yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make this illegal, and we're going to make that illegal, and that's what we think about this, and that's what we think about that for all of you. We represent all of you by saying that, and you don't have any say because we don't have the time for that. That's the same shit as somebody uploading a video. I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that, but you know, I don't want to hear any comments. Because it's why? Because you don't want to talk about it? That's like saying it's the same exact thing as the government saying, oh, we don't want to talk about it. We'll tell you this, but we're not going to take any input. Anybody who says something should take input. I respond to every single comment that I can, which is about 60 or 70% of the comments that I get. The other comments I can't respond to. I don't know, some kind of fucked up thing with the program that YouTube has or whatever. But I try, and I don't block. Because if somebody's a dick and they make some stupid comment, just make fun of them. You can always say something stupid about someone, stupid stuff somebody says. Like yesterday, somebody goes, oh, you fucking, I don't want to have anything to do with you, you fucking retard or whatever. And I go, what? You didn't even watch the video? You didn't even say anything about what I said, dude. You know? So that's basically that, man. That's how disclosures are going to go down. It's just exactly what we want. Whatever we want, we're going to get. You know? So that's what I want, and that's what I'm going to get. We're going to get. What I want is we're going to get all freedom. So I'm going to have my freedom. And if they lock me up, I'll still have my freedom. Somebody locks me up. But I still have my freedom. I mean, look, I can't be a school teacher because they didn't let me get my teaching license, and nobody will hire me as a teacher. And every time I go back to home, I apply for all those teaching jobs. So I'll just live out of my car, and I'll get a manual labor job, and I'll listen to my cool MP3 files, and I'll get smarter and smarter, and I'll have my cool, fun manual labor job outside, and I'll have plenty of money because I live out of my car, and I eat and I cook my own food. and then I get to travel, and it's all good for me, you know. And if anybody, one of these days, if they decide they're ready for me to be a teacher of some kind, then I'll do that. But, you know, it's not something to sweat and get stressed out about. So anyways, I think I've gone on long enough. That's my ideas about disclosure.